Yeah, the male with her sort of, like you say, her sort of tousled hair.
A little bit of bare shoulder.
Yes, we had a deal and you broke it, Suella tells PM. Rishi hits back and says he believes in actions, not words, which is actually what she says in the letter. You don't do any actions and words, so pretty much the opposite of it. She's timed it to come out, so because today, depending on when you're watching this, tomorrow, today, is going to be the results of the Supreme Court, whether Rwanda can go ahead. So she wanted that to have the maximum impact. And it's pretty damning. And she's basically saying that he's not getting on with... And it turns out they had, like, a private agreement of sort of a Blair Brownie type deal.
It was quite a specific letter as well, wasn't it? It wasn't just, like, throwing insults around. She made some quite specific accusations, and specifically, as you say, about the Supreme Court, which she doesn't feel that they've gone in well-armoured and prepared, and they feel vulnerable. No, exactly,
she says he never had any intention of taking the action required to stop the boats, which you do sort of get the impression that he didn't, because he hasn't in any way. He hasn't done anything. None of the plans have actually come to fruition. The best he's done is, like, rented a barge and put it off the south coast.
Well, the accusation, I suppose, and she's very, very nearly made it explicit, is that this whole Rwanda thing was supposed to be a kind of a dramatic... like a storm, like a headline-grabbing thing, which he knew would never come off, as if he'd almost intended it to be just a completely a farrago, because he was not willing to take the action to deal with the ECHR.
And it seems unfair that she's been fired for telling the truth. I mean, you know, I understand politicians have to play politics, but she's got convictions, and she not police convictions, but she criticised the Met Police, ironically, saying that they've got a two-tier policing system, which is obvious to anybody watching the policing of the marches. You've got people freely chanting anti-Semitic, genocidal chants, and some of them are being started by Met Police employees, Met Police advisors.
We felt it for, well, as long as this programme has been running, certainly over 2 years now. It's been a regular complaint that the Met Police are not fit for purpose, that the police seem to be one moment... I think Nick refers to it as a narco-tyranny, which is, I think, an American sort of big concept whereby, on the one hand, you have a police force which allows open shoplifting to go ahead and rioting, and things get burnt down, and yet also you get visited for posting an unpleasant Facebook.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a shame. I was just warming to her.
Yeah.
Don't worry, she'll be leader soon. So
Well, I do wonder now at this point, I mean, I don't think she will be the leader of the Tory party in exile. I don't think she's quite... But I do wonder whether she might join one of the breakaway parties. I mean, she could very easily elevate the Esteem and... was it Reform? Is one of them, isn't it? Is that a major one? I wonder whether they'd have a Suella-sized hole.
Yeah, although she might not want to, given that you had a bit of trouble remembering...
That is no sign of anything these days.
Unstoppable juggernaut.